pros never do this, but we do it all the time. The pros are able to do is get that club face square to their target line, whereas the rest of us, we get that off. And primarily for the average golfer, that driver or club face gets really shut, and it's worse with the driver than any other club in the bag. So we get that club face shut, and this is an 8-degree lofted driver. So when I start shutting the face of an 8-degree lofted driver, that loft on the club goes like 7, 6, 5 degrees. When you're swinging a 5-degree lofted club, such as the driver, that's pointing way left now, then you're going to create a ton of side spin on the ball. One, because you have a lot less loft on the club. Because that club face is pointing left, you'll aim left with your feet, okay? And so you set up good, and then you turn that club face left, and you start wiggling left, okay? Well, now what happens is your ball position is now farther back in your stance. 2, you're going to take that club back straight in relationship to where the face is pointing, which is way left. So you're going to take it straight back here is what you want. And typically with that shut face, you pick that club face up a lot steeper. So you're going to come down much steeper angle of attack. And all that is going to equal bad news. Probably most of the time. Left, left, left. Club path is minus 13 degrees. Face angle is shut to where we want it to be, 8 degrees. Everything is bad. Even if the club face is technically open when I hit it, everything's going way left. All because I started shutting the face. Either if you keep that club face shut through impact, you're going to hit a low snapping left hook that goes about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. Or you're going to come down so steep, you're going to hit off the toe of the club. It's going to throw that face wide open, and you're going to hit the weakest, highest shot to the right, or it might find the fairway, but it's a kind of a dead ball is what I like to call it. And it looked like I got the toe ball there. No, I got the hook ball. If this is you, we're going to correct you real quick. But you just have to understand what happens to your swing, all because you set up with the shut face. So the opposite is also true. If you set up with an open club face and your stance is square to the target, but that face is wide open, you're going to bring that club usually way from the inside. You're going to take it back inside here. So if you bring it back on plane with where you're aiming, and if you hit it with a square face on a good path, it's going to go way right. If, however, you do that and you're sick of hitting it way right, what you're going to do is rotate your hands, actually get that club face square, but because you brought it so far from the inside, you're going to play a giant hook also. So again, opening the club face is going to cause major issues as well, all because of how your brain perceives the club face and how it wants to take it back and bring it through. And it all starts with where that club face is pointing at the beginning. So wide open club face, square setup, my club face is pointing at that house almost. And this is typically what happens. Felt pretty solid, pretty square. I actually hit a pretty good shot. It's just going way right. And what we try to do is correct that. That was actually a correct swing with your club face. But because we don't do that, what we think is, oh, I'm not rotating my hands enough through impact, so everything's the same. Wide open club face. This time I'm really going to correct it with my hands. And we do that. All was good. I had a square club face relative to, what it did the last time, but I hit a giant hook. So obviously we don't want wide open club face, and we don't want super shut club face. And that shut happens way more often than the open setup. Here's what you're gonna do to get a perfect setup every time. And it's going to work with your driver and your irons all the same. So I like to put the club just on my belt here, my center, right in the center, and I just let the head sit on the ground. Just sit it on the ground. And then it's right in the middle of my stance. Shaft is on my stomach, my belt buckle right there. And however it sits, that's gonna be square for you. It's gonna sit square. They don't make drivers to sit cockeyed here, one way or the other, open or closed. They're all gonna sit square if you just set it on its sole, okay? And if that shaft is not forward and not back, you're gonna be okay. As you move it forward, it's gonna open the face. As you move it back, it's gonna shut the face. So you need to grab it while it's in the center here. Now, if you push your hands forward, it's gonna open. If you pull your hands back, it's gonna shut. So you don't wanna do that. You wanna tilt your spine angle. That's it. Nothing else is happening. It's still staying in the center. I just tilted, so my center moved forward here. Right? My hands aren't moving forward. My hands are staying center, and I'm tilting to get center. Same rule really is gonna apply for your irons too. Set that down, put it in the center. There you go. That's square, and I just grab it and go. You don't really have to tilt too much here. Center hand position is great. Just keep it there. Good to go. Driver, the only thing you're adding is this little tilt here. You are going to be used to taking it back either outside or inside because that's what you've been doing with your swing. So we have to add one little piece to it here, and then you're golden. You're golden. This is the drill you see all the pros doing right before they hit a drive or a shot. And it's just for practicing getting that perfect takeaway. This is the most important part right in here, okay? You're not here, you're not here. You're just taking it back right to here, okay? Get your hands about waist high, that club head around shoulder height, and make sure it's not behind you. Make sure it's not too far out here. I'm just taking it here, right there, and I'm good to go. Then I should be able to hit pretty solid drives, more often than not. Square, tilt, perfect, go. Beautiful. Nice high little draw right in the center of the fairway. Share this video with one person. Make it a great day. See you soon.